Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to discuss how to create a relational algebra query using the select operation according to our given requirements. So what we have here is our question set number 39. It's based on the data in our question set number 11 question set number 31. So here our first question: write the relational algebra query to find the details of the brand Puma product. Use the brand ID as 4 and use the table where the product details are stored as the product table. Alright, so that's our first question. Then our second question is to write the relational algebra query to find the details of the gender male users among the registered users. To do this, use 1 as the gender ID and use the gender table as a table to store the gender of the registered users. Alright, that's our second question. Then our third question: write the relational algebra query to find the details of the registered users, gender male, user type, employees. To do this, use 1 as the gender ID and use 1 as the user type ID. So use the table stored by the registered users as a user. Alright, so that's our third question. And our final question is write the relational algebra query to find the details about the products whose brand name is DSI and Bata. To do this, use 1 as the ID of the DSI brand and 2 as the ID of the Bata brand. Alright, so use the product details stored as the product table. Alright, so this is our fourth and final question. So what we need to do is create relational algebra queries to show or to get this data. So I'm going to move to our Microsoft PowerPoint to show or how to create these relational algebra queries. Alright, so what we have here is our first question. Let me copy our first question here and paste it in here. Alright, so this is our first question. I'm going to reduce the font size and bold it. I think I might make it a little bit more big. Alright, so yeah. So our first question is write the relational algebra query to find the details of the brand Puma product. So here we can use the brand ID as 4 and we are supposed to use the table where the product details are stored as the product table. Alright, so here we'll go to here and insert an equation. So here we can type in our equation here. So it will be a superscript equation. Yeah, so our select symbol, the universal select symbol we use in relational database is this. So let me enter it in here. So select brand is equal to 4. So it's supposed to be the brand ID, so we are taking that. And up here, so this is supposed to be in superscript, so let's mention that. So I'm going to cut this and paste it inside the superscript box. Alright, and then so here we'll be having we'll take it from the product table. So here we are going to show, then use, so there is a small inserting error which is coming when I'm uploading. So once again, let's use this, and here we are going to use the select operator, select, and then within brackets, and I'm going to write the brand is equal to 4, brand ID is equal to 4. So first let me keep it as brand and then show it as ID. Alright, so now up here I'm going to write from products. So basically this is our answer for the first question. I'm going to bold it here. So this is the answer for our first question which we have here. So next let's move on to our second question. I'm going to create it in a new slide. So I'm going to copy the table here again, copy the question. So the second question, so let's keep the font size as 32 and keep it bold so everyone can see it. Alright, so now so this is our second question. So for our second question, we need to write the relational algebra query to find the details of the gender male users. So here to do this, we can use the gender ID as 1 from the gender table. So basically we are taking this from the gender table. So we are going to use the select operator again, which is the sigma select. So from here we are going to take the gender ID here is going to be 1. Alright, ID is equal to 1. So we are going to take this information from take this data from the gender table. So basically this is our relational algebra query for our second question. Let me make the font size a bit larger. So yeah, this is the answer to our second question. Now I'm going to enter into our third question. So here what we have here is our third question. Alright, so copied it, reduce the font size to 32 and made it bold. So here this is our third question. So here we are supposed to write the relational algebra query to find the details of the user of the registered users as gender male, then the user type and employees. So here we are going to use the gender ID as 1 and use the user type ID as 1 as well. So we are going to take this and we are going to use it for our gender table, for our user table. So basically we are going to take this data from the user table. So we have to take this. So let's copy this query. Alright, so we're taking this. I'm going to paste it here and I'm going to open up an equation. So may create an equation again. So this will be superscript within brackets. So this whole thing is going to be in brackets this time. Okay, so we are going to select the user type ID next. So we'll use the select operator here again. The user type ID, this should be within brackets, user type ID, alright, is equal to first let me is equal to 4. Then let's add the type ID bar. Alright, so then for our superscript we are going to write here, we're taking it from the user table, so basically within brackets we are going to mention the user table. Alright, so now I'm going to close this with one big bracket. Alright, so basically this is the query or the relational algebra query for our third question. So let me make this bold. Alright, so this is the answer for our third question. Let's go and answer our final question. So we'll write a new slide here once again, and I'm going to select our final question. So this is our final question. I'm going to make this smaller. Make it size 32. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the answer slide, make this a bit larger, and here I'm going to bold it. Okay, so here what we need to do is write the relational algebra query to find the details about the products whose brand is DSI and Bata. Alright, so we need to write a relational algebra query. So here the brand should be both DSI and Bata. So we are going to use more than one in this, so we can answer it as follows. So here we are going to insert equation. So for this we are going to use our superscript, and here we are going to use our select operator, which is the sigma sign. Alright, so here what we need to do is basically select the brand ID. Yeah, so it will be in the brand ID. It will be as a brand ID. Brand is equal to 1, 2. Alright, so we are going to select more than one brand here, so I'm going to use a comma here. So here I'm going to close the brackets. So here what we are going to take is the brand ID. We are taking it from our product table. So here it's going to be taken from our product table. So basically this is the answer for our fourth and final question. So let me make it bold and increase the size. So yeah, this is the answer for our fourth and final question. This is how we create the relational algebra queries using the select operator. So this is how we create the queries for our given requirements. This is the answer to our first question, the answer to our second question, the answer to our third question, and finally the answer to our fourth question. So basically that is it, and this is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you and gave you some insight on how to use the select operator using relational algebra queries.